All right, Mrs. Jen, we are live. Thank you so much for kicking this off with us today.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the webinar. And I know that you're taking some time out of your day to watch this webinar. And you know what? I want to give you some kudos and like a virtual high five here through the computer because, yeah, raising the house because, people that really I have found in my personal business that people that take the time to learn and make their business a priority are the people that succeed. So I want to give you a huge kudos for that. And one thing I want to ask you guys while we're here, who is here for the first time with Tom? Like who
Oh,
is this is your first webinar with Tom. Go ahead, you've got a little box somewhere on your computer screen. Go ahead and type in there if you can. Just say, yeah, I'm a first timer if you've never heard Tom before in the past, because even though if you've listened multiple times, like me, I probably listened to 1,000. I never get tired of it because every time I listen to Tom, I get golden nuggets. Even on this webinar, which I have been on here so many times, I get a nugget. And a lot of times when we do, webinars or trainings or we read a book, we think we go through it and we get everything that we need out of it the first time, but every time we change, over every day we change. And you could listen to something today and in a week from now you hear it totally different, and then a
so
year
true.
from now you hear something totally different. Yeah, I've been working with Tom since 2012, and I met him in 2007, but we really started coaching together in 2012. And I'm telling you what, you guys, I mean, I was like the stuckest of stuck people ever, and I'm a little hard-headed, and I was working my butt off. I was grinding and pushing and shoving my people and micromanaging and making manuals and writing new classes and telling everybody what to do, and hours and hours on the phone with them trying to get them to do something. And I was so stuck. I was so, I did that for, I don't even want to admit it to you, but I did this for 8 years. I was stuck. I was stuck at the rank of gold for 8 years. And sometimes it's a little embarrassing to say, but I will tell you that I didn't want to give up. There was times I wanted to sell my business or just retire and just get another job because I wanted to still make more money than where I was at. But I remembered this Tom Challan guy and his wife and how their purpose was. They always would say, we want to help people create wealth while having a life. And I'm thinking, well, I'm not having a life right now. I'm working like gazillion hours, and I'm obviously what I'm doing is not working. So I either need to do something different or learn something or spiritually, emotionally, whatever, grow. And I messaged them through Facebook and said, "Are you guys still coaching people? What are you doing?" I started coaching with Tom, and he's telling me to do things, and he's going to tell you today some things that you're going to say, Tom, it's not this easy. Tom, what's the magic? Tell me really what is the magic, Tom? And I'm going to tell you what, you guys, he had to like deconstruct all this programming out of my head. Like, this is thick, right? And there's a pro and a con to have a thick head. You keep going and going and going, even if it ain't working right. And he deprogrammed this brain of mine, and I listened to him because obviously what I was doing wasn't working. And within 6 months, I was able to pop out of that 8-year flat line, and I broke into a new rank, and I broke into
Mm,
platinum. Never since, I haven't slipped back. I slipped back like 1 month in there, once because every time you guys jump rank, there's a period of time where you're still a little volatile, but I had a few of those months, and then I've been, solid ever since then. And now I had to take some time off, but now I'm back, and Tom is working with me like almost every day, getting me on the track for Diamond and Beyond, which is happening. We're hitting the momentum, we're laying our foundation, and we're constructing what we're doing. And it wasn't a matter of me working harder to get to platinum. And when he tells you that you can get to Diamond and Beyond in part-time hours, he's really telling the truth. I took all those hours that I was working and I slimmed it down to I bet to 12 to 15 hours a week, and that's how I hit platinum. And I know as I'm going to diamond and beyond, I'm like this close, right? And I know that I don't have to work 80 hours a week to do it because I've got this amazing guide to bring me through this whole thing. So I encourage you to take crazy notes, listen to everything he says, trust him. He has never led me astray unless it's like, something like, I don't know if you've ever led me astray. Maybe when you told me to try some crazy like green supplement or something like
Oh,
that. But but
I'm
you're like,
like, wait,
hey,
where are you going with this one?
no, I think that you've been like, have you ever tried this? Like some crazy food or supplement like that. But as far as business, he's always spot on. And even though I was kicking and screaming, and I'm like, no, that can't work. This is Young Living. Young Living, this doesn't work. Yeah? I mean, how many of
Yeah.
you guys say that? Like, oh no, but I'm telling you what, Tom has been working with so many of you, and some of you that are here might already be working with Tom and his coaching. He's got this insanely awesome coaching program that he's doing, and he'll talk about it later. Because you can only get so far, and I'm just gonna be really transparent, and I'll say it because I know Tom may not say it, but you can only get so far in free training. And I'm just being really honest, you guys. I invest heavily into my training, and I know I just did my taxes in last year, and I shouldn't. Let's just say it's multiple six figures what I earn. And I did not do that. I did not get to the over 200K mark in income. And I'm not like, that feels really weird for me to say that. I didn't do that without coaches. I did not do that without people leading me to that point. And I did not do that with my own ideas all the time. And they always say, and this is why I chose Tom, and I've got multiple things in my life I work with for my health and things like that as well. But I study with people whom have lives or have been where I want, where I am and where I want to go. And I just want to tell you guys, just take crazy notes, listen to what he says, follow whatever instructions he tells you to do. And then I know you're probably going to talk about your coaching, Tom, at the end, which I know a crazy amount of people are jumping in and having insane breakthroughs. They're having breakthroughs with not being able to sponsor. They're having breakthroughs with, they're stuck at silver and they have no more hours in the day to possibly get to gold because they're grinding so hard they don't know what else they can do. People that have everybody falling off that are coming in, they're losing as many as they're bringing on. I hear these stories myself. I've been there. So I just want to say you guys are in the right place. I give you kudos for being here. And Tom, thank you so much for having me on and introducing you for today, because you're just totally awesome. And I just think that you and Kim and your mission of helping people, your hearts are so big, and that's where you guys come from. And I just want to say you guys are great.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate you so much, Jen. You have no idea. And without you, I wouldn't have gotten involved with Young Living intimately. Obviously, I wouldn't be coaching hundreds of people within Young Living right now. And you're awesome. And a lot of you don't know this, and maybe some of you, maybe one or two of you, might not even know who Jen Springer is. Not only is she a multiple six-figure earner within Young Living, she's a multiple six-figure earner outside of Young Living with traditional businesses. She knows how to market online, offline. She knows how to build teams. She knows how to get customers with Young Living. But talk about heart. She's got a gigantic heart. Her and Monty are an amazing team. That's why so many of you have been following her on her free Monday coaching that she's been doing for years. She's provided what I believe is the best software by far, not only within Young Living, but that I've ever seen in the entire industry of team building. And let me just touch on that. For those of you that are using Diamond Factory maybe, or those of you that are going to considering using Diamond Factory, next week we are doing a live webinar to
Tuesday.
show you the power of how the Diamond Factory system works. We're going to start. The only way that I was able to build teams of 40,000 people is with. Hey Jen, I can hear you. I think is that you?
No, I don't think so. Do you hear
Okay,
papers moving?
I do. Yeah, yeah. So I don't know if there's another.
I'm writing
Okay.
down our webinar for next week.
Okay, good. Yes. We'll give you guys instructions when that's going to be, when we're going to be doing that webinar for how to follow up like a professional. So you want to learn how to do that. And I'm just going to tell you, whether you think you're technical or not, whether you think you know software or IT or contact management software or the Diamond Factory, you don't have to be an expert. But trust me on this one thing, that you don't want to use the excuse that you're not technical to learn how to use tools that will leverage you. It's not complex, although it feels like it. Step by step, you can learn how to do it. Next week, I'm going to show you how to do that. So, anyways, check your email. We'll be sharing more about that. But tonight, we're going to show you how to go beyond your passion for Young Living products and how to build a team, a fast-growing team of business builders. And I know a lot of you, you're here because you want to know, how do you get more products? How do you get the vision of Gary and Mary Young to more people? You do it by building teams, and we're going to talk about that today. But before I do that, I'm gonna tell you something. If there's any way to get rid of Facebook or social media or running around, this would be a webinar that I do, and for free. And I believe this webinar can help you have a huge breakthrough in itself. And of course, I want you to partner with me, and I'm going to share with you what I believe is the best program that can help you go silver very quickly, gold, platinum, diamond, and beyond. And like Jen was saying, in a lot less period of time. But I want to share this, and I always start off my webinars with Young Living with this in mind. Of the 22 years my wife and I have been building, you are in the right place at the right time. Maybe you're only casual right now with Young Living. Maybe you're only part-time. Maybe you're just looking at making a decision to, is this business worth your time from a financial reward? And I'm here to tell you, of the thousands of companies out there and the hundreds of companies that I've consulted with and the multiple companies that I've been intimately involved building teams with, Young Living is might be the absolute best business in America today. They've already gone through 20 years of challenges. They've gone through 20 years of refining the highest quality products in the world. They've gone through back office issues, shipping issues, government issues, what you can say, what you can't say issues. You guys have gone through the mill. With that said, you're one of the absolute few companies that are still standing. What just popped into my mind is the movie Forrest Gump, right? He was the last boat standing. Young Living is one of the last billion-dollar companies in the world in our industry. But really, $1 billion in annual sales is nothing to where I believe that you and I together and all of us combined are going to take this amazing company of Young Living. What it's going to take, though, is it's going to take you operating at your absolute best ability, not anything beyond what you're capable of. Some of you think you can't sell. Some of you think that you don't know if you can do this business compared to other people. Some of you, you've never done anything like this and you're nervous to learn how to build teams. It's completely a new concept for you. I'm here to tell you that you are called, that you are born, that you have a purpose, and that you can accomplish a lot more than you can possibly imagine. This isn't pie in the sky. I'm not just trying to motivate you and pump you up as a coach. I want to move you. As a coach, I want you to be your best. And I can assure you one thing. I know what it looks like. I know what it looks like within Young Living. I know what it looks like in building teams. And I've done it personally, and I want to help you do that. But with that said, grab a notepad of paper. Get rid of distractions. You ready to get rocking and rolling? How to go beyond just your passion in Young Living products. How to build a team of builders, and I like to call it on fire. So I'm going to go through, and what we're going to break down tonight is how to build a team on fire, but more importantly, how to do it while having freedom. How to do it while focused on your priorities. I'm just going to say right now what matters most to me in my life, and is my faith in my relationship with my God, my wife Kim, of course, who you saw the picture, of course, my beautiful 4 daughters, and business. Those are the priorities that I have. And for why I'm on this webinar with you right now, or maybe you're watching the recording of this later. I want to help you not only make money in Young Living, not only go diamond and build that diamond replication of other leaders within your team so you can bless people going to Royal Crown Diamond. I want to show you what's possible to do it in less time. I'm not saying you're going to be able to do this thing on your couch and kick back and be lazy. It's not about that either. It's about focused energy in the right places. And I'm just going to say this before I even get started tonight. Many of you, most of the people I've been coaching are, I'm just going to say it, you're wasting a lot of your life. And what I mean by that is if you're building your business and you're working and you're working and you're not getting results and you're spending your precious life, which is your time, and more importantly, your energy and your energy and your life will run out faster than your time management, your perfect time management. Many of you are wasting that because you're spending it in the wrong areas and you don't know that you are. You think that you're being productive, but you're not. Many of you are not. And look, I'm not talking to every one of you, but if you're feeling a little uncomfortable right now, I'm probably talking to you right now. And you don't have to be that way. Some of you need a shift. I want to help you shift. So let's get started, okay? First off, you're in the right place with Young Living, with your Young Living business. But many of you right now, I know you're stuck. I know that your business is flat. Many of your businesses are going backwards. You're spending a lot of time in your business, but you're not getting much results. And most importantly, you're confused. Many of you don't know what to do. And can I tell you what happens when your upline's confused? A lot of people in Young Living, they're grabbing onto all these unproven ways of building Young Living. They're trying all these fancy social media, internet marketing, which a lot of it works. I'm not saying internet marketing and definitely social media works, but a lot of you are grabbing onto all these crazy systems that are not proven. What I want to show you is the most proven system that's the foundation of how you can build Young Living very fast. And you know, it's a huge blessing. Not only is Jen Springer having crazy success, maybe if they're here, I'm going to bring up maybe some people impromptu that have been going through my trainings that are starting to pop. And you know, I'm going to say one more thing, and then I'm going to go on to get into the meat of what we're talking about tonight. Is when I hear your goal, and here's what I hear a lot of times: I want to be silver by the fall, or some of you say I want to be silver or gold or platinum by convention. And I look at your volume, and I know based on 22 years of understanding wellness network marketing volume and understanding how it works with numbers, if you do the right numbers monthly and weekly, if you shift your energy, what that looks like, if you can even get into a little bit of duplication, maybe a little bit more momentum, what does that look like? What it looks like is going silver much faster, going gold much faster. But it wasn't, you know, I used to be in a very similar place of where a lot of you are at right now. I used to be a workaholic, stressed out, burnt out, overweight, broke, no freedom, quit, and I almost lost everything. And I literally was such a workaholic, I almost missed my little twins, Madison and Mackenzie, being born many years ago because I was just such a workaholic. I was trained to be a babysitter of my team that needed me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And this is where I changed everything. Everybody needs an aha moment. I mean, not everybody, most of us, because we're so, like Jen Springer was saying, we're stubborn. And when you're stubborn, it's hard to want to get paid training. When you're stubborn, you think that you're going to be able to just work and get something new. For me, I had to get ripped of everything. And the last straw for me is when I heard a huge crash out in my driveway many years ago, a couple days before Christmas. And I rushed out there with my 4 daughters. And Morgan, my eldest daughter, she said, "Daddy, where are they taking our cars?" We had our second car repossessed. And I was okay with the cars being repossessed, but I wasn't okay that my children, for the first time ever, were like, "Dude, Dad, what's going on? How are we getting to church? how am I getting to preschool, Daddy? Uh, how am I going to go see my friend at their birthday party 3 days from now? They're like thinking, what, like we don't have a car. We literally, thank goodness, if you could see in the picture, um, we had a double because we had 4 kids under 4, and we had 2 strollers, double buggy strollers, and we used to walk to Costco just to get food, right? And because we couldn't, there was no other grocery store that we could walk to, again, because we didn't have any car. But it was that moment where I said, I'm getting rid of my self-entitlement, my fear, my depression, my ego, my all the stuff that needed to be ripped out of my life. I was forced to get it ripped out of my life. And I went from that to literally saying, for 1 year, I want to see what Tom Challan's best looks like. Not anything beyond. And I sponsored 1 to 3 people every day. Became the #1 earner of my business. We did it on part-time hours and built an organization of 40,000 people around the country. And to this day, it's a story that people remember because of how simple it was and how fast we were able to shift and learn how not just to get duplication. Duplication is actually pretty simple. Building a team on fire with momentum that turns into a movement of passionate men and women, that's where life becomes really fun. That's where you're transforming not only your life, but hundreds, if not thousands, if not tens of thousands or more people in your business. And you want to move product in Young Living? Focus on building teams. That's how you'll be able to get a lot more customers. So the question of the day that I have for a lot of you is Young Living products or freedom? Which one? Who are you? Are you someone that promotes Young Living products, or are you someone that is promoting freedom? And let me give you the answer of which one is better, Young Living products or freedom. What is better is both. There's no debate. It's both. So you don't need to stop doing what you're doing. You don't need to abandon what built a 20-year-old billion-dollar company with the leadership of so many amazing men and women, diamonds and Royal Crown diamonds. The building classes and a lot of the ways that you've been educating people on how powerful Ninja Red is, and the essential oils and the non-toxic lines and all the products that my wife and I use for the last many months now, thanks to Jen Springer. You don't have to switch everything out. But I'm here to tell you that the fastest way to grow with multiplication is learning to spend a little bit more time leading with what the masses want. Look, the masses aren't looking for essential oils. I'm just telling you. The masses out there of people aren't necessarily looking for ways to get rid of their toxins out of their home. They're not looking for a clean shampoo. Now, yes, there's a huge market for that, and that's why there's a billion-dollar company here. But I'm here to tell you that there's a lot of people out there that are looking for ways to stop commuting. They're looking for ways that they can pay for private Christian school or private school of some sort. They're looking for a way to finally get their family on a vacation without stressing. They're looking for a way to be able to buy the home that they've always dreamt of. They're looking for a way to stop the monotony of their credit card bills. That's freedom. And what you hold in your hands is a business that can help people get great products that change their life for sure. But I'm here to tell you, and it's kind of crazy, and this is where you're going to have to start trusting a little bit if this is new for you, that it's actually simpler, faster to lead with business and freedom and what people's needs are, instead of always looking for health needs in people, without always having to educate people before they become a customer and before they can decide one day to get involved in the business of Young Living. And again, the Young Living way works. I'm just here to tell you, I have personally built many different ways over 22 years, and I consult and coach with hundreds of companies over the years, work with a lot of 6- and 7-figure earners, and the majority industry leads with business. And look, I'm not saying to only lead with business either, and I'm going to share with you the breakdown of how that works. So for the next few slides, I want to show you how to realistically build your Young Living business 3 to 10 times faster. Okay, so the best way to do this, and of course, I'm going to take all the credit for this. No, I'm kidding, Jen. Actually, me and Jen Springer were talking about this the other day, and it was so powerful what Jen said. I wanted to add a mindset shift for a lot of you. So how to build 3 times faster is to build a network and build a great customer base. But I want to break down the differences of what it takes to build a network. And basically what that means is to build a team. Building a network is building a network of team members, learning how to go into your customer base and work through their relationships, work through their referrals to build business builders, to get them as business builders and tap into the network of their relationships. So you can build a network of team business builders, okay? So, because here's the deal. Do you guys realize that Young Living is a great customer gathering business? But if you're here for only that reason, you're missing out on the most powerful compensation of residual income that you can build for your family and being able to tap into the true power of compounding, duplication, a compensation that pays in multiple generations and levels of amazingness. I don't know how else to say it. And you want to really tap into the full power of that because that's where you're going to get freedom. But here's what I'm going to tell you. Maybe if I can just get some of you to shift towards 80% of your time is sponsoring great customers, people that are going to be on essential rewards, and that's what your mindset can do. But if I can help just a few of you, if just a small handful of you partner with me and learn how to lead with the business once in a while, if it's only 5%, 10%, 20%, you probably will not grow your business 3 times faster. It'll probably be more like 20% or 20 times faster than you could possibly imagine. And look, I study Young Living like crazy. The average diamond, it takes them years to go diamond. And I look at the volume and I look at the structure needed of 250,000 of OGV. My wife and I, when we build, we expect to do 250,000 of the equivalent of OGV within our first 90 days to 6 months at the very latest, because we understand the numbers, we understand compounding, we understand leading with the business. When you lead with freedom and what people need, when you lead with showing them how to get their credit cards paid for, when you lead with showing them a plan, simple plan to be able to stop that commute, when you find a mom on fire that doesn't just want to sell products, but wants to compound and grow and instantly start learning how to connect with people to build a business, you can build your business so much faster. Now, I'm going to get into something very specific with you tonight. Okay? This is one way to expand your business big time. And I have a gal, and I don't know if she's on here, Julie Kinney. And many of my clients have been doing this, but Julie is someone that started with my training, and I wish you could tell the story, but she said at first it didn't make sense, and she was a little frustrated at me, to be honest. She was a little frustrated, and because it was such a new concept that I was trying to teach her, but she stuck it out. She went through an entire sponsor academy for an entire month, and she listened to it again, and she started to pick up some things, and she started to change some things, and then she plugged into another training, and that's when her sponsoring exploded, and her volume went through the roof. Her OGV went through the roof, and it's because of this one thing that I train you on how to do very proficiently. How to increase your product packaging. Look, I just purchased a water system, and I'm the kind of person, and there's a lot of people that are out there just like me. We love the best. If we can find a way to get the best nutritionals, I want it. If I can get the best water filter for my home, I want it. there's a water filter system that cost $2,000, but I wanted to find out what's the benefit of the $5,000 one. There are a lot of customers out there that don't just want a thieves pack for $160. They they would, if you explain it correctly without overselling. This isn't being a traditional salesperson, but if you learn to give people options and let them decide, but you clearly give them simple examples, a lot of people will do option A for 160. Many will do option B for 599 or above even, or C, $1,100. And we actually have these packages for a lot of our clients put together to where it's already pre-done for you, specifically custom around Young Living. Jen Springer put that together. So I train you exactly how to do that. In fact, let me just give you one example right now, okay, of how I do this. So when I'm done with a class, like let's say a Young Living class, or a home party, or a webinar like this for new guests looking at the Young Living product and or business, the presentation doesn't matter. I always say this: thank you so much for taking your time to be here with us tonight. I'm going to make it really simple for you. Get back with the person that referred you to this presentation. Okay, and this is what I say to everybody. And we've put together the absolute best way to get started from a product perspective as well as a business perspective, and also ordering products. You want to start with, it's either A, B, or C. And now if they're coming in for the business, I always say this: the best way to get started is package C for $1,100 plus tax and shipping. It gives you, and we call it the home makeover, by the way, because you're instantly getting rid of all your toxins out of your home and replacing it with better products here with Young Living. And I usually show a picture of that. And then we give an example of just the basics of what comes in that, share with you then the value, which is usually well over $1,100, and let them know that do whatever is the appropriate product package for your family. If it's only the Thieves Pack for $160, welcome aboard. If it's the $599, welcome. But if you're looking at this from a business perspective, just think of it this way: you're getting started one time tonight. Okay, and this is how I explain it. You're getting started one time in your Young Living business. So if there's any way to start the way that you want a lot of your customers as well as your business builders to start as a customer, you want to do that. So if there's any way to get started at package C, I would do it, because here's why. For the rest of your career, people are going to ask you, well, what did you do? And if you could say, I did package C or B, you're going to get a huge percentage, which is going to equivalent to a lot, thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars of volume. And do you guys understand the difference between a 160 pack or an $1,100 pack is 10 times more volume? And does that mean you're trying to front-end load? No, we're only talking $1,100 to get some amazing products with the best high-quality product line in the world. So you should feel proud and at least offer that to them with the right words and how to do that. When I sponsor people in my business, 99.9% of everybody automatically come in for package C. And it's all in the way that you believe in it. It's all in understanding that it really is a better value for your customers and business builders that become customers. And it really is literally 10 times better for you. And here's the thing that I know a lot of you are saying right now: well, how are they going to do Essential Rewards if you bring them in for so much products? Because they will. Because they will. Because it's a mindset that if you believe that they will not, that out of the 500 products with Young Living, that there's not at least $100 of OGV volume for Essential Rewards the next month, you're wrong. I don't know how else to tell you. With love, I'm just telling you that people will not only come involved in a higher product package with Young Living, but they'll instantly get on Essential Rewards as well, which I'm going to mention here in a minute. In fact, before I forget, let me just say this. Not, 90% of every single person that you sponsor as a customer or business builder should be on Essential Rewards. I did a training today for an hour. It was an hour long, sharing with everybody from Young Living how to get 90+% of every single person to be on Essential Rewards. Um, so just know that's probably one of the best strategies, because if you're really simple in getting everybody on Essential Rewards, your business builders will not only bring more people in at higher product value, they'll get everybody on Essential Rewards. And if you can see the math of you compounding that within your team, your new team that you're going to build on fire, it's unbelievable what will happen in your Young Living business. And then here's probably, of everything I can ever tell you, this is probably the absolute number one thing to grow your business by far. And I always say number one a lot. This is number one. I think this is number one. If not one, it's 1.2, or this is high value. Becoming a great promoter of training that will help your team focus on duplication. Now let me tell you, compensation training's good. Product education, Raindrop certified, good. Beauty school, good. The training that I'm talking about for duplication is not that. That's good. My wife and I are going through beauty school. My daughter's going through beauty school with Young Living. We love a lot of the different education and training that you're going to learn at the convention coming up here in a few months. All that is really good, but can I tell you with extreme experience, it's not necessarily good for immediate's the word, fast duplication. It's not necessarily good for over-education, is not necessarily good for quick out-of-the-gate duplication that's going to build a silver factory of people popping silver within your team very quickly. What I'm talking about is learning how to be a great promoter of training events that are geared to teaching your team simplicity of what to do next. And when they fall down, how to get back up, readjust, do it again differently. And that's where you need to plug into. And if it's not me, find someone that is a grassroots duplicator. And let me just explain what I mean by that. This is really important, by the way, is that there's a lot of great trainers out there, but I want you to ask this question if you ever hire a trainer, is what trainer do you want speaking to you and your team that if your financial life depended on it, you know what they're sharing isn't just going to help you build a blog for the future. It's not just going to help you learn video marketing, which is important and valuable, but it's more for the future. It's not, you want your team to learn from a trainer that teaches things that they can do right now without a lot of money, without a lot of skill in marketing, without having to figure out product education or marketing education at least day one or day two or month one or even month 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. Maybe you can start integrating some a little bit more advanced branding, marketing as you progress, which I believe in and I teach, but there's a time and a place for your team that makes or can destroy duplication, is when you put your team in front of training that sounds good, but it's not really proven over the last 100 years of what really does still work in 2017 for duplication. So learning how to promote, number one, live training events. Virtual and online webinars are such a powerful leveraging tool that I learn from every day, just like what you're doing right now live or maybe even recording, depending on if you're watching this later. It's powerful, and I love the leverage of being in my home right now. When I'm done, I don't have to fly home. I can go right into my kitchen and have dinner with my family, or go right in to have lunch with my family and hang out with them. But I'm going to tell you this, and I've made this mistake. The number one thing that you can do for your business is get yourself locked in a room with a trainer that can teach you duplication. And I'm going to show you what that looks like here in a few minutes. So 90% of every builder and customer, and I already talked about this, is on Essential Rewards. And you ready for a big kahuna right now? There is, and I talked to Jen about this today as well, there's a challenge in Young Living. And that is that, how do I say this? I'm just going to say it. Don't look at anyone else in Young Living to determine what your normal should look like. And the definition of the word normal is what your normal is your best. But if you look at what everybody else's normal is in Young Living, like, oh yeah, you should go silver in a year. No, not normal. Oh yeah, you should be a diamond within 6 to 7 years. No, not normal. Now, is it normal to a lot of people in Young Living? Yes. Is it bad? Of course not. If it took them 10 years, is it bad? No. I'm not saying it's bad, but it can maybe not be the best for you because you think that going silver in 6 months or a year is good because you've seen people do it. But what if you were getting rid of your fear, your doubt, you're overanalyzing, you're overeducating your customers? What if you shift and you learn what your best looks like? And what if going diamond for you is you're getting it done this year? And I know some of you are like, Tom, you don't even know. I'm like at $1,000 of OG. Yes, I'm talking to you. Tom, I'm just deciding to get my business going. This is new to me. I'm still talking to you. This is for you. Now, again, you may not go diamond in a year, but what if your best was to go diamond within 2.5 years compared to 5 years? What would 2.5 years of your life of stop spinning your wheels do for you by just believing that you have the ability to be at your best without looking at everybody else? Because I'm going to do this, Jen. I don't know if you're listening right now. I'm going to do a skit where my wife and I, as a coach, we're going to pretend like we're going to go into all the people in network marketing or Young Living's homes. All the people that say they're working so hard. They say they're talking to prospects and bringing in customers, getting them on Essential Rewards every day. You think they're working so hard. I'm going to show a skit of what it really looks like behind the scenes. I coach for a living every day for 8 years straight. And I'm going to tell you that 95+% of everybody, not only in Young Living, but within our entire industry of millions upon millions of people, most people are not working. They're not anywhere near operating at what they should be. They're playing around on social media. They're living in fear, so they're just clicking on Oprah. They're just wasting time. And I don't know how else to say it. So you do not want to compare yourself. You want to learn how to be focused on your own time management, develop your skills, and do all the things that we're going to talk about. Because if you decide to partner with me, when you partner with me, I treat it like you're personally working on my team. And if you're on my team, here's what I teach you. If you're not sponsoring 2 to 4 business builders per month, within a month to 3 months, I'm going to ask you a question with love of someone who loves you but also wants to ruffle your feathers a little bit. I'm going to ask you, what are you doing? Because if you're not sponsoring at least 2 people, look, if you believe in Young Living products and you believe in this income vehicle and you're spending time to be with me here on this webinar, if you're going to convention, if you care about getting these products that can change people's lives out there, if you really want to go as fast as you can, you've got to learn to sponsor minimum 2 to 4 people per month. Let's just say 2. So think about that. All you're talking about is out of 7 billion people in this world, you got to go find 2 people that intentionally want to build. And oh, by the way, just by getting their social and bringing them in as a discount as a member does not qualify necessarily as a business builder, okay? This is someone who says, yes, I want to make $3,000 a month or $2,000 a month or whatever their goal is. and I want to do it by XYZ, 6 months, a year, whatever that goal is. Yes, how do I grow as fast as possible? They tell you. That's a business builder. Now, whether they do anything or not is a whole nother training and a whole nother talk, but at least you're getting very specific because, again, even if you sponsor 10 people, can I just tell you the numbers? If I was personally recruiting them or training them, even with that said, you're looking at maybe only 20, 30% that actually go to work. Everybody else is talking. Everybody else is pretending, but they're not going to work. Every single one of you, this is what I drill with my clients. Every one of you in Young Living need to intentionally make money, not next year, not 2 years from now when the residual kicks in from all your volume. Yes, that's good. Residual's great, but here, listen to me, please. You want to build a business where you work it. If you're going to work 2 hours today or 6 hours this week into your Young Living, you need to be focusing not only on getting customers, not only on getting business builders, but you've got to treat this at least as good as a job or a career, just like anybody else that has careers out there. And you've got to learn how to get the business consistently to where you have a goal of making a minimum of preferably 200 to as much as 400 or 500 per week. I have some of my clients that are on pace for 500 a week. New business, by the way. This is new volume, new commissions on top of their residual that they're already making. You guys with me on that? If you don't focus on what that looks like, you'll never get it. And here's how you do it. You're always asking the question, how do I find qualified people? What do I say to them? How do I do all that? And how to build that business. Okay, next tip. I got to move on for time's sake. I wish I can camp out on every point for an hour. You need to have the mindset to help at least minimum one person go silver every 90 days. Now, I know I lost a lot of you right there. I know it. I know you're like, oh my gosh, who is this guy from California? Jen, who did you refer here, right? Who is this trainer? Look, do not look at what's possible from the past. Stop looking around at what everybody else is doing. When I build, and I've built with products that are nowhere near as good as Young Living many years ago. Now I would never do that. I would only work like my family is. My mom in Young Living. My wife, of course, is in Young Living. My daughter's just about to get started in Young Living. My 16-year-old daughter and my 2 twins that are now 15 are looking to get involved in Young Living. So we would only expect that one brand, the people that we bring in, you've got to expect the best out of them. And to me, the best would be technically going diamond within a month if you follow my system. And not everybody's going to do it. I'm not saying everybody that's going to follow my training is going to go diamond in a month. No. But I expect them to, and I train them expecting to show them what to do and how to be simple, duplicatable, get customers, get them at a higher package, get them on essential rewards, show them how to do the business, show them how to replicate that process over and over and over until you're building a silver factory, which leads to building a diamond factory. It does work that way. Now, is it going to feel hard at first? Of course. Is it going to take a lot of skill? Yes. Is it easy? Heck no. Can it feel frustrating? Yes. Can you easily get emotionally sidetracked with some rejection? It's all normal. So let's do a simple game plan right now. You got to have an expansion mindset. You are the expansion leader in your hometown, in your city, in your state. It doesn't matter. It could be the whole country. Pretty soon you could think like I do. I think of myself as a global expansion leader within Young Living. That's the mindset that I have when I'm building a business, is that I'm an expansion leader. I'm not just someone that's looking for a health need, but I want to be someone that's expanding, always looking for business-minded people. And here's what I'm going to tell all of you right now. And I got to take a big, deep breath myself. You need, some of you, again, the way that you're going to have to do it is to hit that reset button. And it's going to take a fresh new mindset. And all of you, you want a game plan? Do a launch within 7 days. And for the first time publicly, I am going to give everybody that decides to partner with me in a few minutes here, I'm going to give you something that I've never done before in my career. I am going to actually do a presentation. And I charge companies $30,000 to construct presentations for their company and deliver the presentation because I understand one thing extremely well. I understand the psychology of what people are thinking, your people that are looking to make money from home and your customers. I understand the trigger words and the psychology of a presentation that moves people of thinking, is it one of those things? I don't want to market potions and lotions and essential oils. I can't imagine myself, a lot of men are overweight maybe. They don't see themselves marketing wellness products. You understand that good business-minded people aren't walking around they want to make money some way. They're thinking about getting another job. They're thinking about starting a traditional business. They're not walking around saying, gosh, I really wish I could sell essential oils from my home. A lot of people might be interested in that. Obviously, it works. But I'm here to tell you there's truck drivers and there's teachers and there's football coaches and there are plumbers and there are salespeople and there's real estate agents and there's managers and there's all those people, not just moms, not just holistic nutritionalists, not just yoga teachers, not just chiropractors. Look, the market for chiropractors, every chiropractor in America and Canada probably knows about essential oils. Every practitioner knows about essential oils. But there's still about 90+% of the world, 98%, that you need to learn to connect with. Next week, and I'm starting with my clients and Jen Springer's clients only. It's invite only. But I'm going to start doing live presentations or you might catch it recording depending on when you catch it next week. But you can plug your family, your customers with Young Living, your friends into a presentation that I've been dialing in now for 3 months with Jen. It's going to share product package A, B, and C without being pushy. And I'm going to share why Young Living is one of the greatest business vehicles in America and Canada, around the world, period. Why it's one of the most solid, stable, residual businesses in the world. Why that they should join you as a customer, whether the timing is right as a business builder or not. I'm going to do that for you next week. If you get people, first partner with me as a client, then I'm going to teach you privately through a call that we're doing how to invite people to the presentation that we're doing. Everybody's been bugging me to do this. I'm finally ready. We finally finished the presentation. We're finally ready to deliver it next week. So for all of you that plug into what I'm going to share with you here in a few minutes, you'll have access of how to start promoting. I'm going to do a private, either video or private call to show you exactly how to refer people to an ongoing presentation that I'm going to do. And again, this is all custom specifically for business builders and customers for growing your Young Living business on fire. Okay? So, and then of course, I'm repeating this again. You want to learn how to promote the next training event. And I'll share with you how to do that here in a few minutes. Okay, so what's the game plan? And I'm going to go through this very quickly. I do hundreds upon hundreds of hours of training on these 3 things. If there was ever something that you wanted to learn to master, this is what changed my life. This is how I built a team of 40,000 people. People always say, well, what do I do with new people? Teach them to do what you did to get them started. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. Okay, for those of you that maybe are drifting off, stay focused with me on the home stretch right now. You want to learn to do what I'm showing you as simple as possible. And when people say, well, what do I do? Do what I did to get you started. I just used a 3-step map process, which is learn how to talk to people by connecting with them the right way, not by saying, hey, here's a link to my Young Living presentation. No, no, stop doing that, everybody. Not by blasting out social media, and just throwing out your links. Not by pasting Young Living all over your Facebook wall anymore. But you need to learn to strategize, use simple words to connect with people that you know, either A, people that you know, or B, people that you don't know. And then you want to send them people to my presentation or a presentation with Young Living, whether you use mine or not. You want to send people to either a local presentation at your home, a class, or maybe an online presentation like what we're doing right now, at least this format, or a Zoom, or a webinar, a conference call. So there's lots of different ways that you can send people to a presentation. And then you want to learn the simplest 7 steps to sponsoring almost anybody that's qualified for a business. Come say hi, Maddie. By the way, you see the little twin? She's grown up a little bit. This is Madison, by the way. Say hi to everybody.
I see them.
You don't see them. So you actually have to talk in there and just I look at that hole right there like I'm looking in the eyes of over 100. There's over 100 people watching right now.
Hey.
Feels weird, doesn't it?
Okay, bye.
Bye, sweetie. Okay, so these are the 3 steps that changed my life. And look, prior to doing this, my old way where I was burnt out, workaholic, I was so stressed because I never felt like I had a system or a plan for my team, is when my old plan was trying to get my getting started training was an entire Saturday. It was, here's how you do the comp plan. Here's how product education works. Here's how you place people. Here's how you get the order. I would go through 30 plus different steps. And when I said no more, what is the simplest thing I can teach people that they can absorb within 30 minutes to an hour, where they can instantly go to work and instantly start creating success? And it's the 3-step map. But the whole key to making this work, is the 3-step map easy? Again, of course not. Is it simple? I believe it's the simplest way to grow your Young Living business, period. But here's where it breaks down. You need to learn how to connect with the right people. Say the right things to get them to actually show up to your presentation. And that's where you get paid the big dollars, is to learning that skill. Many of you are sending people to your classes, your online videos, your seed to seal, your company presentations, maybe the online YouTube presentation that I did for the company as a testimonial. You're sending them there, but people aren't showing up. They're not following through. There's a reason why, and it all is around how are you connecting with your prospects. Because here's the key. Do you ever wonder why people don't succeed in your team, or people in Young Living? Why doesn't everybody succeed if the products were that good? If the business was that good, why doesn't everybody succeed? Because I'm going to say this. I would bet that many of you have really good people skills. And I'm going to ask you, do you have good people skills? The answer is, of course you do. But here's the next question, and here's the part that might challenge some of you. If you had good enough people skills specifically for prospecting customers or business people, bringing them in at a higher value of products, always getting them on essential rewards, and immediately mobilizing them with the mindset that they're going to be a silver, and that your culture with your new team, don't try to do this with your old team too much, but your new team will gravitate to this when you learn how to communicate it. What this takes is having the people skills to get people to show up, to get them to get on essential rewards. This is the shift, because if you are not sponsoring at least 2 people per month, there's a reason why. And that's what you have to stop spinning your wheels on and find what's the exact reason why. You need to learn to be at your best of what to say to each prospect type, how to get people to show up to your presentation, how to get customers without having to go through a long product presentation, so you don't have to sell as much, how to sponsor higher qualified new people, how to get the duplication going with a simple system, how to follow up until they join. This isn't about bugging. It's not about stalking, but it's about if you really believe in this product or business with Young Living, you need your clients, your prospects deserve you to learn how to be at your best when it comes to follow up. And can I tell you, the best customers and the best business people are almost always going to give you massive objections. Some of your best people are going to hurt your feelings at first, maybe. They're going to make you afraid. They're going to say weird things to you. They're going to say, is this one of those things? Is this like the D company? Is this whatever? They're going to say some pretty weird things. Those are the people that are going to be your best business builders. As long as you don't emotionally get sidetracked with rejection, objections, challenges, questions that they give you, and you learn how to strategically follow up until they get started with you. For me, if I like you and you're qualified, I will keep you in my follow-up system using the Diamond Factory system. I will take notes. I will organize you. I will follow up with email. I'll follow up with the Christmas card. I'll follow up with the birthday card. I'll follow up with you with some updates of what's happening new with Young Living, but what's happening new with all the people that are going silver on my team and all the people that are going diamond on my team. I'll continually drip, drip, drip until they join. It might be a year. It might be 3 years. It might be 5 years. But if you continually follow up, you'll get to a place where I was sponsoring 3 people a day, almost every day, working less than 3 hours a day. My ratio of sponsoring is every hour that I work my home business, I would sponsor one really qualified business builder. You want to know how I built a team of 40,000 people? I learned how not only to sponsor at my best, but how to get people at their best. Now, my team didn't always sponsor 3 a day, but if I can sponsor 3 a day every day, could you sponsor 3 a month? You can, even if you haven't done it in the past. And of course, doing it with a lot less hours. Here's the key. Here's the key. Like Jen talked about, when I do training calls with Young Living, it's amazing. I want you to learn from this free training. But the way that I can really take you to the next level, there's no way I can do it in just my free training. Many of you have been watching my webinars over and over. You've been watching the free videos that I've been doing for months now. Some of you. Maybe this is your first time. The difference between where you're at and where you want to be is knowing how to connect, how to work less hours, how to get unlimited leads, how to never, ever, ever use the excuse that you don't have anybody to talk to. I show you not only how to find unlimited people, but how to communicate with them to get results without being pushy or a salesperson. Now look, I want to bring up, and I hope they're out here. I'm going to see if there's anybody. I'm going to lower everybody's hand right now. And if Christina or Angie and Matt, or maybe even if Jen Springer's out here, I want you to raise your hand, or someone just say hi. If I sent you a special link, maybe just say hi. And if you want to come on the video, you're more than welcome if you're out there. I invited a few people. I don't know if Matt and Angie or if Jen is still out there. But if you're on Jen's still here. If you're on the conference line, can you raise your hand real quick? Or you've been a part of my training and you're having some breakthrough. Can you share for like 30 minutes? And while Jen's sharing really quick, I want to raise your hand if you're going through my training to let me know that you're out there. Okay, Jen, thanks for popping back on. I didn't know if you were still on.
Oh yeah, I was taking notes. Because some of the things that you're talking about, especially with leading with the business sometimes, people often ask me, well, do I just lead with the business all the time now, or do I what do I do? And it's like, as you teach, and people will find, as you talk about it, even in the trainings that you do here, that you lead with what makes sense. And all of you will find your groove, but I will tell you one thing, that I never led with the business. And ironically, I came in on the business.
Huh.
I was one of like probably the two people because I enrolled in 2001. So like I'm going to be going into my 17th year. And I was one of like zero people at the time that came in on the business. And my sponsors said to me, hey, we would like to talk to you about going into business and partnering with us on this new adventure that we're doing. And let's talk about, being business partners. And I was in my late 20s and, disgruntled with corporate America. But if they had judged me and said, well, no, these are great products, and, I don't know if I want to talk to her about the business, and they were afraid, and all these other things, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now for many years full time. And so, it is a very viable way to talk to people. And, I personally have had quite a few people after working with Tom and him coaching me. I have brought in, I got tongue tied there. I have brought in many people coming in on the business. And what's crazy is they start growing a business. I mean, some of them are small, some of them have grown to executive and beyond, but they have a different mindset when they come in on the business versus the product. It's a very interesting thing. And a lot of people who we introduce on the business, even if they wind up being product users, it's just different. I can't even really put my finger on it. So I'm really encouraging you to take your training to the next level and get some coaching from Tom and take this beyond this initial webinar, because I know, even taking various notes like I have here, I've got some new nuggets. There is more to learn. And the one thing that I will say is that Tom gives you the opportunity to get some coaching on the phone. And if you're stuck and you don't know why, and you think you're saying all the right words,
Hmm.
and you're really frustrated, I will tell you without a question of a doubt in my mind, in my heart, that Tom has a gift with being able to see what you can't see and why you're stuck. And he'll either role play with you, or he'll ask you questions to figure out and really dial in why you're stuck. And anytime, I encourage anybody, like person to person, because I talk to a lot of distributors because of some of the coaching that I'm doing. I don't do this type of coaching, but I'm helping people with some social media stuff. And I ask a lot of questions, and I find out, if they are, stuck in a block. I said, you know what? You need to get in with Tom's training, and get that coaching and take full advantage of him when he says, does anybody have questions? Does anybody have some coaching they need? Or anybody stuck? Anybody, and to get that where you may just need one little tweak to have a massive breakthrough. And
Hmm.
then you have the breakthrough, and then you go along and you're breaking through, and then you need another little tweak, and you go into another breakthrough. That's why I've been working with Tom for over 4 years, you guys, because, well, actually 5 years now. Oh my gosh, time goes so fast. Because I need tweak, and I need to tweak, and I need to tweak, and I need to tweak. And when somebody from the outside can look and guide you and listen to your tone of voice and hear what you're doing, it's priceless. And what he is doing, in my opinion, is extremely beyond budget friendly. And if you just sponsor a couple people a month, you're going to well pay for this coaching. And I will tell you another secret to lighting a team on fire and having massive time to how do I say, free up your time, is to bring your team members in on this training as well.
Yeah.
My team almost all of my team, the serious builders, have gone through Tom's training. And I tell them, I cannot work with you if you haven't gone through this training, because I'm over here speaking this language and you've got to learn the other language. And many of them have gone through the training over and over, because it's like peeling an onion, and you're peeling those layers off to get deeper into why we are stuck, or why we're growing and we hit the wall and we need a little breakthrough, or you know, if we're really successful and we're growing super crazy fast, but we're working 24 hours a day, how, I mean, it's not always being stuck. Sometimes it's about being crazy, wild, sponsoring like a machine and exploding, but you're about on the edge of a nervous breakdown.
Mm,
And Tom can speak to that too. you
yeah,
know,
big
I
time.
mean, big burnout. I had burnout so bad. You guys have heard some of my stories, so I just want to encourage you is to just go for it and do this. So Tom, I'm just going to be
That's
quiet now
awesome.
because I don't know if you've
Well,
got other
I
people.
appreciate it. Yeah, thank you so much, Jen. So I'm gonna, and I want you to hear from someone else, someone brand new, someone that's just getting started building a business. You got to hear her accent, by the way. I'm gonna bring you up in just a second, Angie. But so I want to show you how to sponsor without being pushy, how to get your team to take action, and not hand holding your team anymore. A lot of you are spending way too much time with your team, and there's ways to help them, mobilize them without as much personal time, and how to go beyond fear. A lot of you are so stuck with a habit of fear, and it doesn't have to be. That's my number one thing that we tackle first, by the way, in our foundation is the fear. So I want to help you with a breakthrough. What's holding you back, help you get unstuck, help you get mentorship without spending a lot of money. I'm about to invest in some training that's going to be tens of thousands of dollars. I know Jen spends thousands a month in mentorship. My training is meant, and Jen always yells at me, it's probably too inexpensive. I'm one of the least expensive trainers, but the only way that I can really make this a strong financial business for me and my family is if not only you get signed up in my training, but more importantly, you go have success and you tell your team, and then they tell their team. I am looking for the long-term play, not trying to do a $30,000 mastermind or a 50,000 like some of my competitors do. There's nothing wrong with that model, by the way. I'm paying for some of their trainings for that more advanced type marketing, branding, and all that kind of stuff from some leaders. But I'm telling you, for a lot of you, if you want duplication, it's this right here. I'm doing it brand new all over again in March. And even if depending on when you're watching this, you could still sign up for it. Even if it's started already, you can still sign up for the March. You'll still get all the replays of every call that we do. So how it works is you get 4 live and recorded modules. How to overcome fear, step by step. We break it down exactly what to say, how it, how to find qualified prospects, how to become a true sponsoring professional. And here's the biggie of biggies. And I spelled it wrong once again, role planning. It's role playing. Sorry, everybody, for those of you that are technical. It's role playing. Some of you, you talk too much and you don't know it. You're a talkaholic and you think you're not. Some of you hate to sell, but you're selling all day long and you don't know it. You're over-educating, you're over-informing. The only way to learn how to break that is when you hear me prospecting and role-playing with people in Young Living over and over. And you're like, oh my gosh, I do that. Oh my gosh, I do that. And you got to get to a point where you hear in the class, no more. This sponsoring academy alone, every month for 8 years, I've done it for $297 to as much as $397. But I'm doing something, and I'm telling you, I've never done what I'm about to do, other than last night. So this is the second time only I'm doing this. Is this? Is I'm giving away a few different bonuses, and I'm not. You're not even going to pay $297, by the way. The first bonus is you're going to have immediate access to a 3-part custom Young Living training series that I did titled How to Shift and Faster Duplication. It's around how to market the packages, more product value, essential rewards, the right mindset, how to break the old habits, the old culture, and learn how to build business builders much more proficiently. So this is over $197 that it cost people when I did this product. You get that immediately for no extra cost. Number two is you're going to get a complimentary 20-minute coaching call with either me or my wife. My wife Kim has been doing this business since she was 19 years old. She loves to help a lot of you within Young Living. She knows Young Living. She's been working with a lot of you personally. She is awesome. Or you'll be working maybe with a brand new, one of my top all-time students, makes hundreds of thousands of dollars. He is a great, great guy. He might also be helping you with that consultation. My consultation for even 20 minutes is a few $100s, but we put it at $50 value just to be conservative. And then number three, and this is the absolute most important thing. I'm doing this as a bonus, but I want everybody, even though you're getting it as a gift, I want every single one of you to come to uh, our resort. We've got the most beautiful resort, one of the most beautiful resorts in the country, in San Diego, California, at the Kona Kai Resort and Spa on March 25th and 26th. And I'm telling you, if you want to have a breakthrough with convention, I know a lot of you are saving money for convention. The way that you want to think is to invest into this event in March. And by getting yourself to this event in March, I'm going to help you make more money so you can get more people to the convention and so you can break rank. Now, I'm not guaranteeing this. You've got to put the work behind this, but I'm going to equip you with the skills. And I want to do whatever it takes. The number one strategy for duplication that I had was not only going to a training event like this, but to getting your team to this training event. The cost of this event is normally $297 for non-Young Living people. But I'm doing everything here as a bonus. Oh, this is the resort, by the way. Private, we have our own private beach. We've rented out the beach. We have our own bonfire. We have, it has some of the biggest yachts in the world are right in front of your hotel room. Heated pools, right on the ocean. And we've got it for one of the lowest prices that you can get in any hotel in San Diego. We have the hardest time finding the crazy discounted rates. And we are putting together a Young Living board for all of you that are coming to share rooms, to cut your costs down so you don't have to invest. And the rooms are pretty reasonable, but the resort is so beautiful. That's why we picked this for our event. So for everything, it's over $1,000, but $840 of value. And just for the event, it's going to be $497. You get everything for the first, and I'm making it for the first 50 people. You can make 2 payments of only $136. This is going to literally cover my cost. And why am I doing this? I know if you have success, you'll plug into my elite program. You'll plug into my my personal program that's a 60-day program that shows you how to be at your best. But I'm going to give you some of my best product, the Sponsor Academy and an event ticket and a custom Young Living product to equip you to go to the next level. And I'm going to do it for only $136 or one-time payment of $248, a little bit of a discount by paying one time. But what you want to do right now is go to this website and you want to register because space is limited. Even though we have a bigger room now, it's going to sell out most likely. And it says 30 people, but looking at how many people are still here with me, even this late, if you register and you go to this website right now, and if you see the bonuses on there, hit register because it's still available. You still get the bonuses, but as soon as we hit a certain number, it's gone. Go to growyoungliving.com right now and register. Partner with me. Invest into yourself. I will help you. And remember, all of you that register, I'm going to help you by doing presentations next week for your new people that you've always wanted to get involved in your home business, I know how to sponsor, and I know the messaging that will not guarantee, because I can't guarantee everybody's going to sign up, but I know that the messaging will enroll the right people that are ready to partner with you in Young Living. So I want to bring up someone else really quickly. Before, by the way, you guys can make sure you go there real quick and get the bonuses. And I'm going to bring up, let me see here, who do I want to bring up first? Let me bring up Angie. Angie, are you still out there? Let me see. There you are. I'm going to unmute your line right now. And I don't know, are you on video, Angie?
Yeah, I have a video as well. I don't know how to do it though.
Oh, you're so funny. That's okay. Go ahead and share with everybody, because you said something to me, you and your amazing husband, that blessed me. And I'd love, I don't know if you remember that, but it'd be great if you could share your experience with what you've seen in my training so far.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see if we can get this camera.
Hang on, leave it. They don't need to see me.
They want to see you.
Well, my biggest concern starting my business, I've been in it for 2 years, just say about 2 years, was starting people off right, because I was just caught up in parties and trying to learn everything about all the oils. So I was getting really frustrated, and it just got to a point I'm like, I want to get people started right, and I don't want to be forcing them to have parties and just showing them that that's their only option. So if anything, thank you so much, Tom. You've given me massive confidence in moving forward doing this business, as well as I did tell you that I did purchase a couple of Get Started at Getting Your Business Builders Started Right programs and training that you're training. I just know by far the best, and it's condensed. Right. It's condensed, and it's exactly what I was looking for. So thank you, Tom.
You bet.
Tom, can I just say something?
Yeah. Hey, Matt.
Matt here. Hey, how are you?
Good, buddy. Thanks, man.
Tom, I don't want to take up too much time here, but I guess I'm gonna go from you said before. I appreciate you saying that you'd like to hear from people who might have had some breakthroughs, but in all honesty, what you've given us is really you've actually transformed my understanding of having a network marketing business, and I mean in that you've transformed my understanding about how to start people off and how to plug people into a system. And when I tell you, folks, when I tell you that Tom and Kim have put together a system that is so simple, we've been through programs before. We've paid for them, like Angie said, and this is exactly what we've been looking for: a 3-step system. Angie, how long have I been saying, honey, what we need is something like 3 steps.
That's all I need.
I've been saying that for a while now, and we found it. And if you people are tired of spinning your wheels, like Tom said, and you want to really understand how to connect with people, and you want to understand how network marketing business works, I'm telling you, you get Tom Challan's program, and you plug in, and if you follow it to the T, I guarantee you're going to have success.
That's awesome.
Save yourself hours, days, even years of your life, and just plug into what Tom and Kim have put together, because here's a guy who's had ups and downs and been through it all and knows every in and out of this business. So I just want to say, go for it, people. Go for it. Plug into Tom Challan's system, and you will not regret it.
Wow. Thank you so much, Matt. Appreciate that very much. And you guys are awesome. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys crush it by convention. By the way, Kim and I are going to convention, so you guys, I want to get pictures at my San Diego event, but I want to see all of your big breakthroughs at convention as well. Let me see. I think there was one more in here as well. Becky. Hey, Becky. Becky's here too. Hi, Becky. Let me see. Hang on. Okay, you are. Oh, wait. Why can't I unmute it? Huh. I have no idea what's going on. Why I cannot unmute you. That is weird. Okay, let me see if I can. Anyways, I see everybody that's getting started. Okay, Sue. Yeah, okay, yours unmuted. Hey, Sue. Sue Minton? Did you have a question or did you have a comment? Okay. All right. I was going to try to do some questions. And let me see if there's any. And by the way, I'm looking at all of you register. Congratulations on all of you registering. I'm so proud of you to step up. Look, I know it's for some of you. You're like, oh, you're uncomfortable. I just want to say welcome aboard and thank you for entrusting me with your business over the next month to 60 days, and do whatever it takes to get your registration, your plane ticket. To come out to San Diego. You'll immediately get information on how to register for the hotel. And do you have your computer? See the registrations? Okay, awesome. Who was the last one? Maggie. Awesome. Welcome, Maggie. My wife said you were the last one that just registered. So anyways, welcome aboard, everybody. All right. Well, we're gonna wrap this up right now. Thank you so much for being here with me this evening. Thank you so much, Jen Springer. Go to growyoungliving.com, growyoungliving.com, and I look forward to partnering with you in the Sponsoring Academy, the Young Living class, and if you can, you get a free ticket to my event. And again, even if you can't make it to the event, it's still make sure you register for the Sponsoring Academy, okay? It's still worth by far over $300. You're getting it for $248, I think. All right, God bless you. And you know what? I'm going to wrap this thing up like I did last night. I'm going to do a completely optional thing. The webinar is officially over, but I want 1 minute of a bonus time as an option, and I want to pray for you. I know that may sound weird for some of you, but I know some of you need to be prayed for right now. And I would love to pray over your Young Living business, because this is what made such a difference for me building teams on fire. And again, if you're not into that, I thank you so much for being here. And I pray that you crush your Young Living business with or without my training, but I pray you do it with me. Okay, let me pray. So Lord, we just thank you so much for Angie and Matt and Sue and Jen Springer and Christina McFarland, who just thank you so much for every man and every woman, every brother and sister that's here right now. Lord, I pray that your Holy Spirit will give them clarity, peace, credible joy, unbelievable confidence, and just crush any doubt and fear or lies that the enemy has been trying to instill in them that doesn't need to exist anymore, because you are powerful, and that none of that needs to. We don't need to listen to any of that. Lord, show us how to be on fire for you. Show us how to be on fire and completely be amazing team builders on fire, and show us how to find amazing men and women that we can bless for this amazing Young Living business vehicle, as well as the Young Living product. So Lord, show us what to do. Give us the confidence and the strength to build this amazing business, but more importantly, how to follow and serve you. We love you. We praise you in your amazing name, Jesus. Amen. Well, there's still a lot of you that stuck around to this long webinar. God bless you, and thank you so much, Kimberly, Josie, Linda. Thank you, everybody, for being here with me, and I look forward to seeing you all at the first training that starts next Thursday. So God bless you, and we'll see you in the first class. Bye-bye, everybody.